Join me as I take on the challenge of breaking free from toxic relationships and reclaiming my power. Toxic relationships can be incredibly damaging to our mental health and personal power. They can make us feel small, insignificant, and powerless. But today, I want to talk about how we can break free from these toxic relationships and reclaim our strength and confidence. Toxic relationships, the ultimate power suckers. They can drain the life out of you, making you feel like you're walking on eggshells, never knowing when the other shoe will drop. And the worst part? They can be found in every aspect of our lives, from romantic partners to family members, friends, and even colleagues. But the impact they have on our mental health and personal power cannot be ignored. It's time to talk about it, and more importantly, it's time to take back control. Manipulation is a classic sign of a toxic relationship, when someone is trying to control your every move, make you feel guilty for not doing what they want, or constantly criticize you. It's a major red flag, and let's be real, it's exhausting. You start to feel like you're walking on eggshells around this person, never knowing when they'll blow up at you next. You know you're in a toxic relationship when someone is manipulating your emotions, controlling your every move, and making you feel like you're not good enough. When someone is constantly criticizing you, making you feel worthless, and draining your energy. When someone is not supporting you, not caring about your feelings, and not respecting your boundaries. These are just a few signs that you're in a toxic relationship, and trust me, it's not worth it. The emotional toll it takes on you is massive. You start to question your own sanity, your own self-worth, and your own abilities. It's like being in a constant state of anxiety, never knowing when the other person will erupt. But it's not just the big things, like manipulation and control. Little comments, little jabs, they can add up to the constant criticism, the constant doubt, the constant making you feel like you're not good enough. It's a slow drain on your self-esteem, and it can be incredibly hard to recognize when you're in the midst of it. Imagine waking up every morning feeling like you're walking on thin ice, never knowing when the person you love or care about will turn on you. Imagine feeling like you're constantly trying to please someone, but no matter how hard you try, it's never enough. Imagine feeling like you're trapped, like you can't escape the constant criticism, the constant belittling, the constant manipulation. This is what it's like to be in a toxic relationship, and it's no way to live. And then there's the lack of support, when someone is supposed to be your partner, your friend, or your family member, but they're not showing up for you. That's a huge problem. When you're celebrating a win, and they're not there to acknowledge it, or when you're going through a tough time, and they're not there to support you, that's not a healthy relationship. But here's the thing, you're not alone. Millions of people around the world are in toxic relationships, and millions of people have managed to break free. So can you? It's not easy. I know it takes courage, it takes strength, and it takes a willingness to take back control of your life. But trust me, it's worth it. When we're in a toxic relationship, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that we're somehow broken, that we're the problem, that we need to change who we are to make the other person happy. But the truth is, you are not the problem. The problem is the toxic behavior, the manipulation, the control, and the lack of support. There are so many different types of toxic relationships out there. Romantic relationships, familiar relationships, friendships, no one is immune. And it's not just romantic partners who can be toxic, family members can be toxic, friends can be toxic. And it's just as important to recognize the signs in those relationships too. And the reasons why people stay in these relationships are complex. Sometimes it's because of fear of being alone, fear of retaliation, fear of the unknown. Sometimes it's because of guilt for not being able to fix the other person, guilt for not being able to make the relationship work. And sometimes it's because of love for the person, love for the relationship, love for the idea of what could be. But no matter the reason, staying in a toxic relationship is not worth it. For me, it took a huge wake-up call. I know this from personal experience. I've been in toxic relationships before, and I can tell you that it's not a place you want to be. It's a place of constant anxiety, constant fear, and constant self-doubt. But I can also tell you that it's possible to break free. It's possible to take back control of your life, to take back control of your emotions, and to take back control of your power. For me, the turning point was when I realized that I was not alone, that there were people who cared about me, who supported me, and who loved me for who I am. It was a powerful moment, a moment that changed the course of my life. But one day, I realized that I didn't have to be trapped anymore. I realized that I had the power to walk away, to choose myself, to choose my own happiness, and that was the most empowering feeling in the world. I realized that I didn't have to accept the toxic behavior, that I didn't have to tolerate the emotional abuse. I realized that I was worthy of love, worthy of respect, and worthy of happiness. And that realization gave me the strength to break free, to take back control of my life, and to reclaim my power. It's a journey, not a destination. And it's not always easy, but trust me, it's worth it. It wasn't easy, of course. There were still moments when I doubted myself, when I thought maybe I was the problem, maybe I was overreacting. But I knew deep down that I wasn't. I knew that I deserved better, and that's when everything changed. Today, I want to remind you that you are not alone. You are not stuck in this toxic relationship forever. You have the power to choose yourself, to choose your own happiness. And that's what I want to leave you with today. Remember, you are powerful, you are strong, and you deserve to be treated with love and respect. So what can you take away from this video? Recognizing toxic relationships is the first step to breaking free and reclaiming your power. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Take back control of your life. Take back control of your emotions, and take back control of your power. You deserve it. Thanks for watching. If you've ever been in a toxic relationship, I want to hear from you. Share your story in the comments below and let's connect. And if you want to learn more about building healthy relationships, check out my next video, where I'll be sharing some practical tips and strategies for building strong, healthy relationships that uplift and inspire you.